Everyone, how you doing? It's Jeff C. It is Thursday, August 21st. I hope everyone's doing well. I have been looking into what has happened, of course, with the James Foley beheading. It is my belief, 100%, that this is a staged event. I see no evidence whatsoever to support that an actual beheading took place. I don't understand why a terrorist organization would use fancy editing and not show the blood or the actual beheading itself. And I've told people that I never watch beheading videos, and this is the only one I've ever watched because all the comments, of course, were saying that, no, there's no beheading in this. It didn't really happen. And then, of course, I covered yesterday the parents it's the next day. It's less than 24 hours later. They're up on stage. They're smiling. They're out in the sunshine. They're talking about sharing, James's heart with Obama and stuff like that. Even the husband leans over to correct his wife when she refers to him as being alive in the present tense. And this is the kind of stuff that we see time and time again with these fake staged events. So a lot of people have been sending me this on Twitter, on YouTube. Guess what? This is Mail Online, Hoax Online, right? And Metropolitan Police warn people that viewing extremist material in the wake of Islamic State's killing of journalists may be a terror offense, but experts say prosecutions are unlikely. How crazy is this? They're coming out telling people now that if you're watching this, you might be held legal. They might come after you. Scotland Yard warns against viewing, downloading, and disseminating of a film showing James Foley's murder. It may constitute an offense under terrorism legislation, Met has said. Legal expert told Mail Online an arrest for viewing the film would be absurd. Of course it would be. But publishing it with the aim of encouraging or aping, I like the way they made that small, it would be an offense. Who's really aped this thing? Nothing more. Nobody's aped it more than Hoax Online. I mean, give me a fucking break. They are selling, ads. They're selling they're getting all kinds of money by pushing this whole bullshit story, which, as I said, I think it's 100% bullshit. Government sources confirm David Cameron has seen the film in full, right? And, there's a lot of misinformation going around, people putting up stuff in forums saying, here's the full video. There is no full video. This thing has been edited. There's a British guy with a British accent who, British Arabic sort of accent with a very small blade, and then you see him start to saw, but you see no blood, right? And we're supposed to believe that. Now they're telling us, don't you dare watch this video, don't you dare share this video. Why do you think they're saying that? Could it be that they're worried about what's going on? Let's take a look here. Oh, what happened to Free Radio Revolution's video from yesterday? Check this out, folks. Google has slapped an age restriction on my video, right? And this is a video that shows no offensive or graphic images, nothing. It just shows the parents, all happy, that their son has just passed away, and just this completely bizarre sort of attitude that we see, which is, which really are hallmarks of crisis acting, right? I mean, these might be his real parents, but I don't believe for 1 second that these people lost their parent. I made it, abundantly clear in this video. And this video was on the verge of going viral. I think it had 5,000 hits or whatever, and it was doing really well. Well, guess what? Now they're going to stomp that. So you can only see it if you have an account and you're over 18, I believe. So that means this video, there's most people that would click on it can't see it, because most people that do watch YouTube videos don't have YouTube accounts or are not even signed in. So why are they doing this? Because they know they've been caught. Now they know that the game is up. People have called them out. Everybody's starting to call this thing fake. Even some, bigger alternative media are finally starting to come out and call this thing fake, a staged event, a way to terrorize people and to convince people that, it's good for the Americans to become more involved in Iraq once again. Start sending troops over. Start doing sorties, start bombing, start doing all kinds of crap, right? Because you want to get the Americans all irate, you want to get them all revved up. And I see this. I look on some of the forums, like on Godlike Productions, and you see people that will say, we have to carpet bomb these people. We have to go in and nuke them and stuff like that. And these people usually behind sort of very patriotic type avatars and stuff like that. And that's exactly what they want. That's 100% what they want, right? And that is why they release this type of propaganda. And you have to ask yourself, so LiveLeak now apparently is posting a warning out there saying that they are not going to post any more beheading videos. And this site LiveLeak, I mean, that's what they're known for, posting extremely graphic, gory accidents, beheadings, murders, stuff like that. Shit that I never watch because I don't want that shit in my brain. I don't want to see somebody being beheaded. I don't want to see any of that. But I'm here to tell you that all of a sudden, these major media outlets like LiveLeak and Google are censoring videos, are censoring the whole exposure that's going on with this, James Wright Foley, right, and his parents. So that's what's happening. I mean, they're coming after me once again, censoring me once again. I mean, it's every single stinking day practically that I'm getting censored by Google. Twitter is censoring. Twitter's, and also I heard Facebook. I mean, that is the control grid that they have. They have the power to influence these corporations, and of course these corporations are all part of this psyop, right? The psyop to terrorize you in your living rooms. But now that their psyop is being exposed as being a fake event, I mean, there's no fucking way. It's just like Cassidy Stay. There's no way. This guy's smiling his ass off in the video. There's no way you'd get up the next day. You would be devastated. You just saw your son beheaded and you get up and smile away and talk about how wonderful he was. And, I mean, give me a fucking break. I was not born yesterday. And if you are, well, then I feel sorry for you because, you just go to Hoax Online, sites like this, and they will manipulate you. They will use mind control, right? They will use trauma to terrorize you by showing all these pictures and all this gore, right? And then they'll turn around and tell you, you better not spread this information around, you better not post these videos, right? Because, now the Scotland Yard's going to come after you. It's all a psyop. David Cameron coming out and saying, yeah, we recognize that the guy that beheaded him was probably of British descent, right? And he's part of some terror group called the Beatles. You can't make this shit up, right? You can't trust scumbag Satanists like David Cameron. Are you crazy? You're going to believe assholes like this? No fucking way, right? And look at this, excellent article. Let's see what the best rated comments are here, just to get... Only in broken Britain would you get rubbish like this being spouted off by the authorities. This is ultra hard news, and viewing is essential to instill disgust into the people and to show what these maniacs are about. Concentrate on the real scum. Here, train driver 39, a completely brainwashed fucking idiot. A lobotomized fucking fool. Well, no wonder you drive a train, because we don't want you driving anything else. I mean, seriously. It's so utterly stupid. This is how they mind control works, right? 724 other idiots flagged this thing up, right? And this is exactly what they want. This is what Mail Online is doing. This is what they want from you. They want you to have this reaction. They are manipulating your brain into having this exact reaction. That is what they want. And nobody's more guilty in the world of posting this crap and selling this whole beheading thing and getting people to watch it than the corporate media. It's the corporate media that splashes all the images. It's the corporate media that has all the articles, multiple articles. Look at all these articles on Hoax Online, right? Twitter to consider removing gory photographs of dead people at request of family members. Censorship. We will oppose ISIS with every breath in our body. Foreign Secretary says terrorist who beheaded U.S. journalist is British, and troops could be sent to Baghdad as Cameron breaks off holiday over crisis. Crisis. One guy gets beheaded. It's a crisis now, right? Spare the lives of the remaining hostages, like Jim. They are innocents. Brave mother of beheaded American journalist calls on ISIS to cease killing as she plays her tribute to her extraordinary son. Mind control. Lying. Acting. Bullshit. I don't believe it for a second. British jihadist takes to Twitter to praise execution of journalist James Foley amid growing calls for social media blackout of savvy ISIS militants. They created this whole fucking farce. This is a British creation. This is a British Anglo-Mossad creation. They are manipulating your minds. This could be filmed in the United States. This could be filmed anywhere. You know, there's no proof of anything. And you got a British guy, and people are picking this thing apart, saying, look at the knife after. It doesn't have the rope on it, right? What do? They take the rope off when they do this? I mean, this thing doesn't add up at all. Why are there hundreds and hundreds of videos of people being beheaded? And that's all over the internet, and that's perfectly acceptable. But now when they show this highly edited, highly staged, beheading, all of a sudden, no. We're going to come after you. You're not allowed to watch this now. You're not allowed to watch this. They don't want you to watch it because it's fake. They don't want you to watch it because they don't want you to wake up to the mind control. And when are people going to wake up? When is a video like mine going to get millions of fucking views? When do of course the game is rigged, right? It's fucking rigged. People need to wake up. Hoax online. The British government, the American government, the Israeli government, they're criminal. They work together. The corporations, they work together. Google works together. LiveLeak, they're all working together. It's all a mind control. That's what it is. They are trying to manipulate your mind every single stinking day. And the only way you're going to break the conditioning is to call it out for what it is. And, expose these guys. Help me share my videos. Get my videos and other people that are doing the great work to expose this stuff. Get this information out there because this is what they don't want. That's why they slapped these age restrictions. And I've seen these before several times. I've done it to my Sandy Hook videos, right? When Sandy Hook conspiracies were going viral, right? Back in 2 years ago in January, a year and a half ago in January, right after the whole thing. They were doing this to several of my videos. The exact same thing. Why? There was no graphic. There was no gore. There was no bullets being shot. There's none of that. And that's all over YouTube. That's all over Google. There's murders. There's people showing you how to kill yourself. There's no end to it. But when it comes to somebody exposing what they are really up to, well, all of a sudden, the censorship hammer comes down, right? And that is the truth. The truth is Google works for these people. Google is involved, all right? And we have to do our best to try to overcome this and try and share this information. So I thank you all for listening, and I look forward to reading your comments below, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.